Hello and thanks for joining me today. My name's Simon Williamson and I'm here from the AVAGO-INK Designs team. So thanks for joining me today on the How to Craft Network. If you haven't already, like and subscribe and you'll keep up to date with all the news across all the brands that are on the How to Craft Network. Some really exciting projects on there. If you haven't already, go and have a look. I'm sure you'll find something you like. And if you do find a project you like on there, leave a comment and it helps other people decide whether to watch it. That's brilliant. So today I've got a lovely demo for you using the IZINK glitter paste. So I'm going to show you how to create this card, which is a little bit different from the characters. It's got a real shimmer to it and a little bit of an abstract kind of effect. So really nice kind of blue tones in there. And you could easily do this in the kind of colour schemes that you've got at home. So, and I've just paired it with one of the older Stamps by Me sentiments, which I'm sure you've got something in your collection you could use the same, but let's show you how to make this then. So let's get started. So I'm going to be using the AVAGO stencil with like the hills on there. You can just see that. It's not, probably best on my black top. There you go. So this one, I'm going to show you I can use components of it. I'm going to put that down onto my paper. I'm just going to use a bit of masking tape just to secure it so it doesn't slip. And just right at this edge. And I'm going to be using this today. This is the IZINK Diamond texture paste, which is the blue tealy colour. Really sparkly. You can see how iridescent it is in that packet. And it's called, well, we'll say it's called blue, because I can't speak French. But I think it's called CARRIBEAN. Blue CARRIBEAN. It's a lovely little one there. And a little of this goes far as well. So I'm going to just start by putting an amount on there. We can always put more on. And because these are reusable containers, we can always put it back as well if we don't use it. So I'm just going to use my trowel and we're going to drag that across my stencil in the direction I need it to go. Put a little bit more on there. I'm just using like stamping card. You could use whatever really. It'd be nice to do this on top of a coloured card as well. But I think on this card it works well with a crisp white background. Make sure I've got all those bits I need. Just take that across. There you go. I'm just going to put this out of the way and I can clean that up later. So I prefer to do this while it's still wet, so you get a nice crisp edge. But I'm just going to take off the tape and I can lift the stencil and just take this bit off as well. There you go, look at that. I just hold it up for you. And just look how that shimmers with those lights. Loads of glitter in there, lots of pigment. So I'm going to leave that to dry a second. Now it is fast drying, but it's obviously we're against time. I've actually pre-made one earlier. So I'm just going to clean this workspace up and then we'll continue with the demo. Put that there. Let's get rid of this bit of blue that I spilt. So as you can see, I've already done one of these myself. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to die cut some circles out of it. I've already made some of them up and I've mounted them onto a black background. We just need to make a few more to complete this card. So I've got an old circle die in my stash that cuts 2 out at a time. So I'm just going to position that where I want those last 2. And then we're going to put that through as die cutter. I'm loving these sparkly pastes, I've got to say. Just bring these across as well. You have to put a comment below the video if you try these texture paste, see what you use them for. Just take those two out, put that to one side. Nearly drying that, you can see on the edge it's already starting to adhere. But we're going to continue this one, so I know it's definitely dry. I don't want to ruin the die cutter. Put a bit of glue onto these, and then get them mounted within one of these little black circles I've already cut out. That just gives it a bit of a border on the edge. I'll do this last one. There we go, we've got our circles all ready now to construct our card. I'm just going to move this one out of the way and we're going to use that for another project. And I've already brought my card blanks in here. So I'm going to start off by layering these up. I'm going to use a tape runner and some wet glue, just so to make sure it actually adheres correctly. Let's start with the white layer first of all. And because it's going on top of glitter card, I just want to give it a good bond with some wet glue as well. And we'll just get that mounted. I've just used some teal glitter card because it goes with this, these colours really well. I'm going to mount that then onto the black layer. We'll use tape runner again for this. I love this card, it's a little bit different as well. And I'm going to mount this one. Onto this. And this is our card blank. Give that a good push down, make sure that sticks. I think that makes it really crisp as well, because you've got this black and this teal and a glitter edge. So then with these circles, now you can raise these up, but what I'm going to do for this demo is I'm going to actually just glue them in place. And I want them to be in different directions. So I'm going to start off with the corners. And by doing that, then I can work out where the middle one goes. And then that way is where you can change the direction of your pattern, so it adds a little bit more interest. So that's my top three. I'm going to move down to the second row now. Let's have this one going across. So I'm using that top one as a guide. Do this one on the edge. Well, this one going, it's a bit of an angle. Make sure they're all pushed down. And then the other three I'm going to put down towards the bottom. And this means that then I can set the sentiment in place afterwards. That's one. That one there in the corner. Always make the middle one last, and you can get the spacing correct between them. There we go. And then I need to finish this off now with a nice sentiment. So what I've got is some black and some more of that glitter card. I'm going to die cut this sentiment out. Just get my plates back in. the teal and the black. We want the outer in the black and the inner in the teal. Let's pop that through together so it cuts in one. I love how simple this card is though, but it'd be really good for like mail cards as well. This is not too feminine. And you could even, if you want to, you could have just filled it all with these little circles and not had a message on it all and make it more of a general card. There we go. Just move my plates off. That's the outer. Just remove those little bits. That's the inner. Let's move that to one side now. So I need to put a little bit of glue onto this. But you don't need to get every bit glued as long as you've got the biggest areas. And if you do struggle with kind of doing this, you could always use like a cocktail stick just to get into those little bits. And then just dip the glue into there. Make sure I've got most areas there done. Just use my sausage fingers. Let's get that back onto there. Hold it in place and just give that a push down to make sure it bonds where we need it. And don't worry if you get a little bit of glue on your sentiment areas, it will dry clear. Or if you've got a cocktail stick, you can always go in and just remove those little areas. Give that a good push down, make sure that grabs first. That's brilliant. And then I've just got some foam pads. I'm just going to raise this up a little bit. Let's get some of these on the back. Make sure those bits have got some kind of support so it doesn't drop. And we can position this where we want it on this card. So I'm going to go dead in the middle, give it a little bit of a raise. Ooh, wrecking the set. I'll stand this up for you. And there you go. A really simple card using those really iridescent kind of glitter pads that we've got from the IZINK range. I think they're amazing, these. Let's put them aside. You can see that colour really sets that card off. And just using them black and the white and then that colour, it's a really successful card that you could use for quite a lot of different occasions, really. Just change the sentiment to what you prefer. So I hope you enjoyed that demonstration for today. And that's it. We'll see you soon. Thanks very much for joining me. See you later. Bye-bye.